You look functional on the outside, but inside, it feels like you're standing in the ruins of your own life. Let's fast forward. You wake up, your chest is quiet. You know what's happening with your kids this week. Your money has a simple plan, and at night, you put down your phone on purpose, and your brain actually lets you sleep. That's the life this video is about. No more tips. A different way of becoming the man after divorce you want to be. In the next few minutes, you're going to see what life looks like for the man who rebuilds himself on purpose after everything falls apart, and how to become him today. Right now, your life might look like this: quiet house that still doesn't feel like home, a bank app that you're low-key afraid to open, trying to be a good dad while your own future is a giant question mark. You're tired of pretending you're okay, then lying awake at 1 a.m. with your brain repeating every mistake you made that day. Now picture the other version of you. He walks into that same house, but he knows what he's building. He has one simple money system. He has a clear boundary around drama. He trusts himself again. This video is about closing that gap between those two men. There was a night when this shifted for me. Legal emails, bank notices, screenshots on my phone. I was functional in public and a wreck in private. I realized that staying stuck was draining more out of me than taking one honest step forward. So I stopped asking, how do I fix all of this? And I started asking, who do I want to be on the other side of this? That one question became the line in the sand. For a moment, every action was about becoming that man, not fixing the past anymore. And that same shift is what you're going to make here today. Let's be specific about the transformation. This isn't a feel a bit better, because this is what changes for you. You go from waking up in a panic to waking up with 3 clear priorities for the day. You go from guessing with money to having one simple weekly plan. What goes to bills, what goes to debt, what goes to your future. You go from reacting to every text and email to having a rule of when and how to respond. You go from spinning at night to having a routine that lets you sleep at least 30 to 60 minutes earlier most nights of the week. Those are the wins we are aiming at. That's the point of everything you're about to hear. Most men in this season are trying to fix their life. They chase the right text, the perfect legal move, the next distraction. The men who actually transform do something different. They decide, even if everything around me is unstable, I'm the man who creates stability. Identity first, tactics second. From that decision, every tool you use, how to handle your money, how to talk to your kids, how to set boundaries, becomes proof of who you are. You're not here to be a firefighter. You're here to be the architect of the next version of your life. So close your eyes for a minute and build a future normal. That looks like this. In 3 to 5 years from now, you wake up on a consistent time. You know your numbers without dread, and you have a weekly rhythm with your kids. You have one night a week that feels like peace and not escape. That's your target, not success. A specific solid life you can actually live. Then ask yourself this: what kind of man lives that life? He's steady. He keeps small promises to himself. He doesn't negotiate his boundaries at 11 p.m. He leads conversations instead of reacting to them. That's the identity you're stepping into. And here's where this stops being theory. Your job is not to become that man overnight. Your job is to give yourself one piece of proof per day that you are that man. That might be checking your accounts once a day and moving a specific amount instead of avoiding money. Having a no heavy conversations rule after 8 p.m. and sticking to it. Or maybe choosing a 20-minute walk instead of scrolling for 20 minutes. You don't need 20 habits here is the point. You need one clear action today that says, I act like the future version of me. Stack these proofs and your identity changes faster than your circumstances. Here's one example you can use tonight that demonstrates this new identity. Create a calm window for 60 to 90 minutes each evening. And during that time, no heavy conversations, no court documents, no arguing in text. If a non-emergency message comes in at that time, here's your line. I'll respond to this tomorrow. I don't make decisions or have heavy conversations at night anymore. That's not just a sentence. It's you saying, I'm the kind of man who protects his mind so he can show up better tomorrow. And in doing so, you're training your brain here that at least one part of your day is safe. And in doing so, your sleep improves, reactivity drops, you think clearly again. That's transformation you can feel in a week. If you're still watching this, you're not the guy who quit. You're the man who actually is doing the work. Not perfectly, but consistently enough to change his life. And every time you choose identity over impulse, you shift from the guy in the ruins to the man who rebuilt from the ruins. That's who you're becoming. And there's a room that accelerates this if you want help stacking those wins faster. That's where the weekly live sessions come in. Every week starting in January 2026, there's a room of men who are in the same storm as you. Here's what you walk away with every time you show up. One decision made that you've been avoiding. One habit chosen and simplified so you can do it this week, not someday. And one conversation or boundary scripted and ready so you're not guessing in the moment. It's not theory, it's live reps. You show up feeling stuck. You leave with a plan for the next 7 days and the confidence that you're not doing it alone. If that's the leverage you need right now, use the link in the description below and grab your spot today. And if this hit home for you at all, watch the video called Rebuilding Your Life After Divorce, the first 5 moves next. It will show you exactly how the future version of you moves through a normal day with his money, his routines, and his relationships. So you can start living like him now, not when everything is fixed. You're not done, brother. Let's stack the proof of that one day at a time.